Kathy, thank you. The Herron family has now appealed to the Western Cape High Court to overturn the initial findings into the death of their father that absolved members of the apartheid security police. Imam Abdullah Haron died in police custody in 1969. At the time of his death, security officers claimed he died in a fall down a flight of stairs. Our reporter, Natalie Malgas, joins us from court. Natalie, good afternoon today. What did the family ask for?
Well, Stephen, it was against the backdrop of the experiences of former political detainees that the family is saying their father was absolutely tortured. It was intentional torture and calculated murder that led to his ultimate demise after 123 days in detention in 1969. We heard from just today alone, we heard from three former political prisoners, Stephanie Kemp, Yusuf Gabro, and we heard from Shirley Gunn, who all recounted their experiences at the hands of the apartheid special branch. And they corroborated each other. They were in detention in various parts of the city and in different years even. But all of their stories were eerily similar. There were recurring names and leaders of this alleged pack of punishers who were threatening, and they described them as bombastic and almost sadistic in their enjoyment and penchant for the cruelty and the manner in which they were interrogated almost on a daily basis. At one point we heard from Yusuf Gabro that in some instances the solitary confinement and the psychological torture he endured was more of a relief because the physical abuse that he endured was just overwhelming, too much for him at one point. And he was in detention for 46 days. In fact, a little earlier, this is what he testified.
I was interrogated almost every day. I was punched and beaten about every day. And then on about the third or fourth day, they made me sit on my knees from very early in the morning until very late in the afternoon. It's a very uncomfortable thing to do. And within half an hour, you can't do it anymore. As soon as you moved a bit, someone would give you a smack or beat you or something like that. Speaker van Wyk was an uncivilized barbarian. And he took great pride in his cruelty. He wanted to prove to you that he could be as cruel as was humanly possible. So when they threatened to throw me over the stairs, that's what he was trying to do. He said to me, "Don't be too clever." I think he said words to that effect. "This is where we killed Imam Haron." That's what he was a pure evil. That's what Speaker van Wyk was.
Stephen, the Haron family says this is the exact experience that their father must have endured in detention. He was moved around to various police holding cells where he was tortured by the apartheid security police. They say as a result of that torture and all the bruises and injuries that we saw displayed in diagrams, in pictures, and we heard from the pathologist, the independent pathologist that had testified about a week ago. They say it's absolutely certain that their father was murdered, which was a belief that they had held since hearing that their father passed away. They want the initial report from 1970 to be overturned by the Western Cape High Court. This reopened inquest, they want to find that all the members of the special branch that were involved in the torture of their father, they want them found guilty. They want any benefits as a result of their pension or years of service that their descendants may be enjoying now to be withdrawn. They want a list of all of those members of the special branch made public, and they want those members shamed. They want them stripped of any qualifications that they may have earned and titles that they may have earned, even in their death, because they want justice. Not only are we hearing from the Haron family, this isn't just about them as a family, but this is for all the other victims of apartheid atrocities who haven't yet seen justice, who may not even have answers as to what happened to their family members. This was a pursuit of justice. This was 2 intense weeks for the Haron family, but they say it won't be over once they hear the final ruling, a fresh ruling with a fresh set of eyes and brand new evidence, which we expect to hear early next year. But they're hopeful that the facts speak for themselves. Their father was murdered at the hands of apartheid branch members who they hope will be named and shamed, and they will finally enjoy justice and have their father's name cleared.
Natalie Malgas, our reporter, covering that inquest in the Western Cape High Court. Thank you very much indeed.